All right, how's everyone doing? I'm Rich CELENZA. Thanks for checking out the Rich CELENZA Show. So, what I'm going to call this podcast is Living Fit is Easy, Living Unfit is Hard. And that's something David Patchell Evans said. And I saw that painted on a wall actually at one of the gyms in Canada. I'm trying to remember which gym I was at, but I took a picture of it because it kind of really struck me is a lot of like a saying that really I think hits home with regarding what I think people have to think about when it comes to their health. And I think what scares a lot of people is when you hear living fit. I think when people hear living fit, they automatically think that it's somebody who is hardcore workout, hardcore into nutrition, hardcore into always doing the right thing for their body, all these different types of things, which isn't the case at all. You can live a really balanced life and just be fit. And when I say fit, I mean just a healthier environment than maybe you're living now. Now, if you're living an incredible healthy lifestyle, health and wellness, wonderful. But I do think if you just maybe make some small changes, if you're having issues. Now, I will say this too, and I can't say I've been unfit, but I got very heavy, and I discussed this many times. And it's kind of interesting how you slowly start to fall, not out of shape, because I can't say I was out of shape entirely because I worked out with a lot of weights, but I could definitely tell you that I couldn't do much as far as cardio goes. Literally, I'd walk upstairs and be extremely winded, but then I can go into a gym and do a full kind of bodybuilding workout. So I was kind of bullshitting myself on one end, saying, no, I'm still strong, I'm fit. And on the other end, I could barely swim across the pool, again, breathing very, heavy. And that just started, I was amazed at how all of a sudden I didn't realize that I got to this point, is what I should say. So I slowly was very fit, and I actually, on the other turn, became unfit, doing a lot of things that I thought was fit, which I think other people go through this as well. They don't catch themselves. I talk a lot about people that work out, they're not always in as good a shape as they think they are. A lot of people do go to the gym or they go do certain activities or whatever, but when it comes down to it, they're just kind of going through the motions. They're kind of half-assing everything. They're not necessarily pushing themselves. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're working out, that's obviously better than not working out, or just doing some type of exercise is wonderful. I don't want to make people think you have to go extreme again or any of that. But I do think a lot of people think they're actually doing things to make themselves healthier a lot of times. And again, it may be doing that, but it's just a small scale. Because what they may be doing too is like, hey, I go to the gym, I do this, this, and this. And then on their off time, they're also beating themselves up. They're eating a lot of unhealthy foods, maybe junk food, fast food. They're smoking a lot more than they maybe should be, drinking and all these different types of things. But there does come a point in your life, I'm just telling you, I don't know when that is. And believe me, it doesn't mean that it's going to be when you're older. I think a lot of younger people think, oh, I'm just going to, I may be a little bit out of shape now, or I don't feel good now, but I'll pull out of it later and I'll worry about this later. You don't know what's going to happen in your life. And if you're unfit or you're not feeling healthy now and you're younger, I definitely would get a jump on that and start making sure you are feeling better, because you not feeling good or being unfit for so many years, even decades, is going to take even a bigger toll on your body that you may not realize at this point in time. Sure, you may be able to pull out of it to a certain degree, but if you keep doing things where you're destroying your body, eventually your body, and I say the one thing you can't bullshit is your body. You can bullshit everybody else, you can bullshit, whatever the hell's going on, but you are not going to get away with doing certain things to your body for long periods of time. You probably see this with a lot of friends, family members, colleagues, ones that drink a lot, maybe ones that do drugs, ones that overeat, one that neglect their body, just in general. So I just wanted to do a podcast on this because I don't think a lot of people realize how, just by losing a little weight, if you're a little overweight, or just by doing some type of fitness, and again, that doesn't mean you have to work out 5-7 days a week, just by eating a little better, like maybe kind of not saying that you can't eat junk food or fast food, just trying to maybe eat a little better here and there, maybe backing up on their portions when eating certain types of foods that you know aren't healthy for you, and getting around a healthier environment just in general will go a long way. But a lot of people too, I'm going to wrap it up with this. I think they feel more comfortable in kind of miserable surroundings, or they feel comfortable, how do I say this, in environments that aren't that healthy. And I understand that because I think a lot of people have been programmed to a certain degree, especially if you were born in a dysfunctional type of household, or your parents owned a certain type of business, or you hung out with a certain type of people. It could be in your house. It could be, I don't care if you go into a college, it could be a sorority, it could be or a frat house, either one. And also just as you get older, hanging out in bars or, whatever it is. I get it, because that's kind of a comfort zone, especially if you like to drink and smoke and things in that nature. Nothing, again, wrong with that, I think, in moderation. It's kind of when you live that unfit lifestyle, too. It's not just about what you're doing to yourself personally. It's the lifestyle that you're leading. By leading a healthier lifestyle, a little bit, again, you can kind of balance both. You'd be shocked at how you start to feel. Not maybe hanging out in bars where there's a lot of smoke, so you're always, breathing in that secondhand smoke. And I lived that being in the bar and nightclub business my entire life. Not only collecting money in these places and moving equipment, but running tournaments and running leagues where all I was in smoky areas. Then I'd leave and then I went and worked out in a gym, but my family also, a lot of my Italian family members, they all smoked in school, grade school, middle school, even in high school. They all thought I smoked, a lot of them, because my clothes smelled like smoke, but I didn't smoke. But even me getting out of just certain environments at certain times, I was like, oh my God, I can just literally breathe better. I feel better. I smell better. Just all these type of things, just paying attention to them. And again, it's not just about being unfit. It's about being in a fit kind of environment, including maybe having friends that are healthier that will push you to be healthier as well. Hopefully that helped a little bit. I just want to do a podcast on all these subjects that I think about or I see photos of that I've taken. And yeah, really think about it. It is really, I believe, a lot easier to get into a little better shape and do things that are physical and make me feel better than it is to eventually just be overweight, obese. And I've been pretty close, I'm telling you. Also, I've been in situations where I was smoking a lot of cigars, maybe drinking and things, and I caught myself, and I felt like shit. And a lot of times you just got to admit, man, I feel like shit. I have to make a change here. So, you got any questions or comments, you could hit me up at richcelenza.com. I'm also on masteringselfconfidence.com. And I wish you nothing but the best.